Today I'm going to solve the puzzle from Jorge's secret video. And I don't mean through a wild guess. I'm going to be breaking down the musical components of this video.
And in the secret video, I'm going to show you one of the melodic motifs for one of my favorite characters in Ilium. Can you guess who it is?
And I'm going to compare it to what we know about Greek mythology, talk about the feelings that the music is meant to invoke, and compare the music to Epic the Musical to make concrete connections to the music of Ilium. Real quick though, if you've never seen that clip before and don't know what this secret video is, then you need to pause this video, go to epicthemusical.com and sign up for the mailing list. In the email you get from that, there is a link to this secret video. Now let's listen to this clip one more time and first focus on the way the music makes us feel. What I get from this is a feeling of regality, or maybe someone who is grounded. They're bold, loyal, and straightforward. It actually reminds me a lot of Beatrix's theme from Final Fantasy IX. Beatrix is a knight who is strong, loyal, and skilled. But do you feel anything else from this music? In addition to the regality, I also feel its floaty nature. Almost like this person has an aura, or could it be a divine blessing? In Epic the Musical, my absolute favorite section of the whole musical, because it makes me fill with emotions every single time I hear it, is the part in the middle of Odysseus where Telemachus is being blessed by none other than our favorite badass goddess, Athena. I mean Athena. One really cool possibility about Ilium is that it might act as a sort of musical prequel to Epic. Now I'm not sure if that means every single melodic motif will line up perfectly, and in fact I feel like that would be a really difficult constraint to work with. But for the sake of this video, let's assume that if we can imagine some sort of musical tie between Ilium and Epic, that it's likely there. So when I start thinking about whoever this character is, given what we just heard from Epic, I tie this character very closely to Athena. But if that's not enough for you, listen to how the shape of this music is similar to Athena's melodic motif. Do you hear how doo-doo-doo-doo-doo sounds similar to This is a strong enough indicator to me that this character has a deep tie to Athena and is likely highly favored by her. Now at this point I assume a lot of you Greek mythology buffs have a really good guess as to who this might be. But there's one more motif in here that is even more strongly correlated to the music that we're familiar with in Epic. And it's hidden in plain sight. Have you picked up on it by now? It's actually the very first motif we hear in Epic, Odysseus's trickster motif. Now let's go back to that Ilium clip and see if we can hear that. So again, the Ilium clip, with the Epic trickster motif, Now this one, I believe the motifs are so close that I feel the music is telling us that this person is either extremely influenced by Odysseus, or maybe, could this person be the reason why Odysseus has this motif in the first place? Maybe they influence Odysseus so much during the events of Ilium that he develops his own trickster version of this motif. Now as a side note, I know I said that a prequel musical where all of the melodic motifs line up would be a pretty difficult constraint, but something like Odysseus developing his motif because of the influence of some other character is actually a really interesting thought, and could act as a pressure valve for this constraint, making it easier to give Ilium its own personality while allowing the music to flow naturally into Epic. Jorge is no stranger to having a character's music change over time due to the influence of another character, and an idea like this could really take that to the next level. Now with all these factors considered, that the character is bold, loyal, and straightforward, that they have a tie to Athena, and that they have a strong tie to Odysseus, who do you think that might be? My guess is Diomedes, Odysseus' brother-in-arms and one of the fiercest warriors in the Iliad. A man who is bold, loyal, and guided by Athena herself. Not a trickster like Odysseus is, but a rare hero who listens to the gods and tempers his strength against his wisdom. Which is exactly why he's so favored by Athena in the first place. Unlike Mr. I am your darkest moment, I'm the reigning king of Ithaca, here's my address and my social security number so you can come find me. But if you thought that was all I had, then you do not know me. I want to propose one more theory, and it is just a theory. But for that reason, I must don the mask of fake Jorge. Hola mis amigos, yes, it is me, fake Jorge, the man who has been asking you to send dinero over Western Union. Listen, everyone is struggling, there are bills to pay, let's just move on. Hello. Now there is one other person who fit these criteria. The person that I am thinking about is Odysseus himself. Oh, but fake Jorge, how could that be Odysseus's motif? They're so similar but so different. The full answer to that is probably for another video. But let me give you a hint and something to think about. I have a theory that Odysseus's trickster motif is actually just one variant of his full melodic motif, and that his full melodic motif actually changes multiple times throughout the course of epic and is shaped by his experiences. As in, his music changes, including his trickster motif, as often as he does.
Well, okay, that's a lot of fancy words there, Mr. Fake Jorge, but do you have any actual examples of this?
The first time we hear this change is in the underworld. Now you may have thought, just as I used to, that the trickster motif and this all I hear are screams motif were different motifs. But is it possible that this motif is just a changed version of Odysseus's trickster motif, which mirrors the significant change that Odysseus experiences in this exact moment? Well, only Jorge knows, because that's just a theory. An epic theory. That is the last time I'm doing that, unless you like it. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed that video. I'm currently working on a full and much longer analysis video of how Scylla's telepathic powers work in Epic the Musical. And if you're one of my OG fans, you probably know that I have a lot of thoughts about Scylla. But the one thing I'm missing is a tight-knit community of people who see the potential in what I'm creating, believe in a long-term vision, and want to help shape the future of the content that I create. And for that reason, I've decided to start a Patreon. There's a tier that's completely free that will let you be in the know on the things that I'm doing and get you early access to these full musical analysis videos for Epic and Ilium, so that you can give your opinions before it goes to everyone else. Oh, and maybe some silly bloopers that don't make it into the main videos. And a paid tier for those that want to be involved during the process. I'll give the people in this tier behind the scenes access to my thoughts, exclusive live streams, and maybe even showing my process for creating these videos. But if you don't have the means for the paid tier right now, worry not, friends. Your support for even watching my videos has been so motivating to me that I plan on making videos for a long time. And I promise that even in the free tier, there will be plenty of value for you. So thank you, mis amigos, and we shall see you in the next one.